are probably thinking, why am I even clicking on this video? What does unschooling mean? And does this even make sense? Because a lot of thoughts came across my mind when I came across this specific word. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know if it even made sense to me. And I'm one of those moms that would scroll the internet, everyone's asleep and I'm just scrolling the internet. I'm scrolling through Facebook and I would follow all these mom groups. And one day I came across this word, unschooling, and it opened up a whole new world for me. Unschooling has been derived from the term called deschooling. So if you're thinking, okay, I don't even really know what unschooling is, let alone deschooling. Deschooling in a nutshell is basically leaving the public school system and going towards a more softer approach, such as homeschooling, and really finding the comfort within your own child of what they gravitate towards more, with learning. And so this term was strongly influenced by a gentleman in the 1970s. His name is John Holt, and he actually created a book all about unschooling, basically, called Without School. And he was basically the head of this whole approach with unschooling. And ever since, people have been talking about, unschooling, and it's been really popular, more so specifically because of just so much change that has been happening in the world. And I just find it really interesting how this concept was, and it really just grew on me. Whoa.
Okay, Atlas, want to grab this? You want to put it over there with Daddy? Thank you so much. Thank you.
How do I define unschooling? Or how does our family define homeschooling? I find us living a slow approach, a mindset curated towards a more meaningful life, a conscious lifestyle that's in line with our value system. It's learning at all times with acts of inspiration.
Ooh, look at that, Atlas. Yes.
It's being driven to focus on the ideas that matter most to us. Unschooling is seeking more intentional living. And I find myself asking questions like, why does this subject bring meaning to my life? Rather than partaking in something that brings no hopes of motive. Unschooling is getting to the root cause of my heart and bringing out curiosity. Naturally, children are curious and have eagerness to learn just as adults do. The theory is to let people do stuff. It's to dissect the matter of your own terms rather than being dictated to do so. It's making sense out of things. It's becoming your own problem solver.
Over here, his home is over here.
What John Holt has been teaching and what unschooling parents gravitate towards is, why wait to teach your children when you can teach them right away? When you can teach them right now. So what I found interesting in etymology is the whole breakdown of education and the meaning behind it. So education in Latin means educar, which means to train or to mold. And the other Latin word, educare, ending in cere, meaning nature and to care and to nurture, which aligns with human basic needs to nurture and to be nurtured, to be loved.
You're on Daddy? Whoa!
Okay, hold on.
Whoa! That's
Get on. Hold on tight. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Whoa! Whoa!
I was recently listening to a podcast with these two gentlemen, and they were talking about unschooling and how motivation has become compliance with teachers. These speakers were actually teachers that were more driven towards an unschooling approach. We're saying how teachers are wanting to stabilize a classroom in a sense. So bringing a positive way of bringing motivation, but stating that motivation has become compliance almost. So motivating a classroom, right? Bringing positive outlook in a classroom, but internally really molding a child into their own ways instead of having a child learn in their own approach or learn in their own curiosity. So I found that really interesting. And to end with, here's a quote that I really resonate with. Learning is creation, not consumption. Knowledge is not something a learner absorbs, but something a learner creates. You know, to me, unschooling is slow living. It's going at a slow pace. It's focusing on my child's wants and needs more so than dictating what I think my child wants and needs. You know, I'm trying to step away from this control factor. I want my child to feel freedom in a sense that they feel accomplished in their own way, in a sense that they feel proud, that my child can feel proud of himself, you know, and my other future children, you know, like I want to be the type of parent that supports my child's aspirations, that supports my child's dreams. For so long growing up, and I don't blame anyone, but I felt like I had to stray away from the things that I wanted, from the things that I needed. And reflecting on that, I want to go with a whole new approach. So when I came across this lifestyle rather, I felt like unschooling was, you know, getting grounded, you know, it was doing things in the garden. It was learning about everyday life, you know, like slow living, you know, just being so intentional with understanding how life really operates, and take away all the control, take away all the regulations, and understand like what comes down to living. You know, you take out all the destruction and distractions. You take away, everything that's going on in the world right now. There's a lot of mess, but you take this away, and what else do you have left? What do people live for? Things that I really enjoy, again, is gardening, is baking, cooking in the kitchen, being intentional with my everyday life, praying. It can be, wow, just things like really strike my interest. It can be anything. I have so many different interests, and I find myself, even as an adult, going back to the things that I've always loved. It's brushing off what I had to unlearn, basically. It's brushing that all off, and I'm relearning. I feel like unschooling is relearning. It's recalibrating yourself, and it's a way to really think outside the box to find the answers. So why do I practice this lifestyle? I practice it because I want my family, I want my children to be happy with their decisions. I never want my family or my child to be stressed out about having to go to a job or having to work in an office of some sort that makes them miserable. And not saying that, office work or I'm not saying that office work or 9-to-5s are necessarily bad, because some people really benefit from schedules and all that. But if you really go down to it, what else do we have to live for aside from work? Can my child learn mathematics? Can my child still learn English and all these other studies? Absolutely. I really feel like curiosity and growing a child's curiosity at such a young age, and even just being an innocent child at 10 years old, can really steer them in a different direction of hope and just an eager thought of wanting to learn more anyways, because children are curious. Children want to learn. And let me just say this once again. I've said this in a lot of my previous videos and a lot on social media. This lifestyle is not for everyone. This is just kind of like an introduction of what I believe in and what I've researched and what I've learned, along my parenting journey, and what feels right for my family. There is no right or wrong parenting style. There are no right or wrong curriculums. I really feel like it's about your family flow, and this is not just with unschooling, it's homeschooling or public school. Whatever decision, whatever route you decide, it's really up to your family flow and your values and what you believe in. Unschooling to me is encouragement, it's support, it's love. It's when your child feels frustrated and you keep showing them that love and you keep encouraging, you keep supporting. It's a true way of, maintaining your child's happiness, really. Maintaining your child's happiness. It's being involved. It's being curious. It's getting interested. It's you getting, as a parent, finding yourself interested on what really brings happiness to their hearts, So I think if you can support your child in whatever you do, and, this is a part of unschooling, but if you can support your child and they can genuinely see that you support them and that you are there to guide them and love them, they can do anything in this world. They can be anything they want. They could be whoever they want. They can succeed in their own way. They can find success within their own happiness. And yes, they will be successful. They will. Because you showed them love. You showed that you cared and you encouraged them. Imagine having so much love and so much encouragement. Just imagine that feeling and seeing what type of person you would turn out to be. Having so much support and love can really flourish a person, a child, and an adult. You know, adulting is also for, or unschooling is also for adults. So, you know, never stop learning. If you feel called, definitely subscribe to the channel. I'll be talking more on unschooling, homeschooling, slow living, just ways to bring a positive approach with parenting and familyhood. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something from this outlook. All my love to you. I'll see you in the next one.